What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Neal and Neal podcast. I am Neal.
I'm fucking Neal. That was take 4.
Yes, I think so. Something like that.
It's going to take me a minute because
what's up?
Everything's different. We switched up. We took the table out.
Yep. Looks a little different. We are now at studio number 3.
And see, I'm using my right hand now to do the camera switching. And I know I've already fucked up like 2-3 times. So I'm trying to remember who is who. So
okay,
that's going to say this is a test episode because we had some shit break.
Yes.
Multiple weeks.
Just can't get
cables.
Can't get shit to fucking work here.
Shit bouncing around and turning off and camera. Anyway, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man.
You liking this cold spell we getting?
Oh, fuck yeah. Nice good old high 80s. Yeah, it's been really, really chilly lately.
Oh, it was, but that's down from 90 degrees that it was yesterday.
This is true.
I saw some ginger white chick from the UK talking about how the UK summers were nothing, like so much hotter than compared to here. It's 90 degrees today.
Yes, October, 90 degrees. And it's good. Here's the thing. It'll get cold at night, which means it'll drop down to like 88.
Let me see what it really is.
I bet right now, I
think it's been getting lower than that. But
no, it hasn't been getting to the 70s. I know that much. Watch.
It's going to be 67.
What?
Yeah. We not out then. But like it was 91 today with a low of 67.
Oh my God. Damn. Oh my God. Yeah.
Doesn't that mean we're going to have a real fucked up winter? Because isn't it like the longer it goes into the fall months being hot?
No, it means we're going to have a fucked up February. Watch. We're going to be, it'll be like early next year. We're going to have another fucking snowmageddon or like 3 days of just straight up ice.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That it's collecting all that cold that we should be having now, and it's saying we're gonna fucking just drop it on you all at one time.
God, yes.
So,
yes. But
anything been happening since?
Man, you know what? I know we're not usually political, but God.
What are you
2
about
things.
to say?
One, I have been very excited about the election. Like I haven't really been paying attention to like who the candidates are or anything like that, but I'm excited that we're gonna have our first like wrestler president, because I mean I love watching Kamala growing up like as a wrestler. I mean he'd come out there, he'd do like I think some of his voodoo stuff sometimes, and he'd do, to be honest, actually, I mean Kamala was a great wrestler in WWE. Trump was in the WWE. I feel like they, instead of an election, they need to have Kamala versus Donald Trump in a ladder match to decide the next president.
Kamala, not Kamala.
I mean, wait. See, the announcers would always call him Kamala.
Yeah, that's the wrestler. Yeah, I think the lady that's running for president.
What do you mean, lady?
What are you talking about? What do you mean, lady? What kind of shit are you trying to get me to say on the internet? Man, it took me. I was like, Kamala.
You know, they got to make those. You know, those like those red and blue pictures that they'll make of like president that they did of like Obama.
But I mean,
they need to do that with the wrestler Kamala and just be.
I think he died. I think he
died
got
like 10 years ago.
Some. I think he had diabetes and lost a leg, and then.
Not shocked.
Speaking of, did you watch the Mr. McMahon, the full thing?
Not yet. I am 2 episodes in. The one thing I do. So here's the thing. I remember. So I heard about like all the text messages and stuff that he had of like how he was like forcing this chick to travel around, have sex with different wrestlers and all this stuff. But then I also remember there was a time in the WWE where his daughter was in there and during a show starts talking about how Vince made her have sex with a bunch of investors and stuff. I was like, because I remember this as a kid being like, Jesus, dude, like this is getting wild.
So I don't know how far you've gotten, but they definitely take real world shit. Now, I'm not saying who did what. I'm just saying he was accused of something, and then they would turn it into a storyline.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I think the big one that I had forgotten about, but then when I saw it, because see, everything that I watched on it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this, I remember this, I remember this, except for the '80s stuff, too young
Yeah.
for that. But so Sable, Brock
Oh,
Lesnar's wife,
oh,
had some kind of lawsuit against them, suing them, and then they brought her back to the company, and they
mhm.
show this in the documentary too,
Okay.
where Stephanie is like saying how essentially how could you be bringing her back after she tried to sue the company for sexual harassment? And I'm like, yeah, they did do that, didn't they?
Holy shit. They're just airing their shit out for everybody.
I mean, they've done it. There was a lot of stuff that I was surprised that I didn't see in it, like Kamala being one of the most racist characters I think I'd ever seen with a,
I'm trying to think if they had a few other because they had, was it WCW? Never mind. It was WCW had a guy. They had like, I guess the dude was Chinese and he was called the something dragon, and he would like kick people in the face. Is like it was kind of like Asian.
are you talking about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no, 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 not Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. This was WCW though. Wasn't WWF.
I don't know.
But
I just remember, I can't remember the wrestler. I think they had a big white dude
mm,
that essentially was, I mean, today he would be like, I'm transracial, because he was wearing nothing but like African outfits and stuff. I can't, hold on. I gotta remember who that was, because you talk, because I know it
okay,
was a
okay, okay.
white.
Let's see other racist WWE character. Yeah. There was Yokozuna, who was not Japanese and not
He
a
was
sumo wrestler
Samoan.
at all. He was Samoan. Uh, there was
You had the Muhammad Hassan, which was, I think he was like Italian or something.
yeah, probably. I
And
mean, oh, they had, was it Crush? Like it was supposed to be some Hawaiian dude that was just, so it was a big white dude, and basically he said he was Hawaiian.
yeah, it was
Uh,
Jamie Lithgow. He was 6'9", well, Bill weight,
mm.
6'9", 450 pounds. Deepest, darkest part of Africa was where he was billed from.
Deepest darkest.
Uh, yeah. Okay, he went by the One Man Gang. That's right. He was the One Man Gang, and then that you you couldn't pass that today. And the DX doing the Nation of Domination.
Suck it, suck it, suck it.
No, when
What's
they
that?
did blackface,
I don't remember this.
X-Pac dressed up like Mark Henry and did.
Yes, I do. Holy
And when I mean blackface, I mean he had black paint on,
yes, he
because.
did. Oh,
But no,
there was
it
there
looks
was Vince
pretty.
dropping N bombs with Booker T.
No, Booker T dropped the N-bomb on Hulk Hogan. Mr. McMahon called John Cena.
That's what it was, John Cena. Yes. Dude,
Which doesn't make it okay.
yeah,
Still.
yeah. But I mean, just the more I hear about stuff that's in the documentary, the more I'm just not shocked, because just the wild, wild shit that they would do for years. Like, think about Big Boss Man. You remember Big Boss Man?
Oh, I
The
remember
cop who would just come in and just beat the shit out of people with the nightstick. It's just like, what the fuck? That was his MO. I'm gonna come in here, wrestle you. At some point, I'm gonna get to my nightstick and I'm gonna fuck you up.
And he not I'm not saying, rest in peace. I'm not saying that he was, but he came off as a very white aggressive police officer.
Oh yes.
And
He'd be on knee in your back. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
they had one storyline. It was a good storyline. It was him and Al Snow. They were doing a storyline. I don't know if you know Al Snow. He had the head. What does everybody want?
I'm thinking of Papa Shonga.
Papa Shango. That was the
Yeah.
Godfather. That's what he eventually became.
Yeah. You can't tell me
Boogie,
that
boogie,
wasn't
boogie.
racist either. The fucking voodoo dude.
But then they turned him into a black pimp.
Yes, he did because he had his hoe train.
Yeah, he had the whole train.
God damn.
What was I saying about before? Who was I talking about?
Jon Snow?
Al
Not
Snow.
Al
Al
Snow.
Snow. No, they did a thing where like the big boss man had killed his dog and fed it to him, and then they had this dog match, and the story was great, but the match was like, what the fuck were you thinking? They had
Actual dogs?
about 8 Rottweilers just outside with guys holding them on chains.
Tell me those dogs started pissing and shitting outside the
They didn't
match.
do anything. That was kind of the thing, is like they were supposed, I don't know if they were like, yeah, just let the dog bite you. I don't know what the fuck,
No!
but it was anyway. So
Oh, shit,
we got on
man.
a wrestling topic now.
You know what? I mean, shit, man. I mean, wrestling was for the longest time, was one of the few, not one, yeah, one of the very few places you could do openly, like, pretty racist shit, and people just went with it.
But it was because you had to.
Yeah,
Because like,
but I'm not saying it was good or you didn't have to, you had to. I'm just saying, like, that was for years the only place where, like, you could have somebody clearly do something like, if somebody showed up to work doing this, they'd be fired. But since it's wrestling,
yeah.
we'll just let it go.
I mean, the one that I still was like, it couldn't, there's no way this arc could have happened today. It was about 20 years ago when WCW was bought out, and you had, well, what do you do with all this talent, right? So when the WCW talent did start coming over, big guy was Booker T. Booker T was a 5-time champ for WCW. And they put him in an arc with Triple H where, and I'm paraphrasing, but Triple H was like, people like you don't deserve to be in the ring with people like me. Like, it was one of those exchanges.
Oh, God.
And I was like, what? Did he just say that? And this might have been back in, God, was this the Evolution day? So he was wearing like the suits and he still had that long flowing hair.
Yep.
But he was like, you people?
Jesus.
And then
actually, then I think about it,
Triple H, they booked him to win the match.
Yeah, I was about to say WWE or WWF. I don't think they didn't have a black champ for a long time.
Yeah, I want to say like Farouk was the first, I think
it was the first black
heavyweight champion, if I remember. But then growing up, like when we were watching it, it was Booker T, Mark Henry.
Yeah. That was about, Booker T, Mark. I mean, there was the big dude, big black guy, gold hair, like really big guy.
Oh, Viscera.
Yes, because it was a Booker T, Farouk, and Viscera were all in a group together, and they were like the only black guys in the WWE.
I remember like Viscera was, I don't know how he moved as big as he did, because that, I mean, he's had to be over 500 pounds. Like no sugarcoating it, because he would eat that too. But he was a big dude. And I think if I remember, and I don't want to, R.I.P. Viscera. That's another thing, is they bring up a lot of like how a lot of wrestlers that you remember growing up, they're not here anymore.
They're fucking dead. Half the wrestlers I watched growing up are dead. At least half.
And I remember seeing like when they would show WrestleMania, and it would be like
R.I.P.
Warrior,
and it would be like
Macho Man.
It'd be like 5 or 6 people every year who were big names. Like, this person died this year. These guys died every year. But I mean, it was roids and drugs. I mean, shit, man. You know.
Speaking of roids and drugs, I think.
Okay. All right. I like where this is going.
Well.
Okay. What are you thinking of starting a cycle of?
I don't know. I need to search. Where was I going with that?
Roids and drugs.
Roids and drugs. No,
Okay.
I thought it was alcohol and drugs. Did you say
Ro-
roids and drugs?
Roids, alcohol. I mean, roids, drug. If I say if I say drugs, alcohol is
Oh, I
included.
remember now. God dang. I was thinking. I do feel like the industry has made strides towards getting out of that. It seems like,
Yeah.
but man, talk about I think he was almost done with filming of that Mr. McMahon, and then
Everything
this came
broke.
out, and I think they mentioned like he declined to talk during the rest of the. And I'm
After
like,
that, after
yeah.
that broke, he didn't want to talk to us no more. I was like, I wonder why.
I don't know though, because I mean, at the same time, it could have been somebody making up text. I don't know. I gotta see damning evidence. He's
What do you
not.
mean? What do you mean, damn it? They have like
But can
actual text in the court file. I'm just going off what
right,
they have
right,
said in
right.
the
I'm
court
saying,
filings.
but have they? One thing I don't know is have they said this is 100% for sure. We know that this is his text messages and not a doctored like text message
I
file.
think, yeah, I want to say off of that, it was whatever they got off of Discovery. So what they got from the Discovery was all of old girls' text messages
Right.
between, and they confirmed that like it was his number texting her this
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. But
I mean, here's the thing.
100% for sure. Like, hey, we know that this is Mr. McMahon's phone records.
There's a reason he stepped down.
Well,
I mean, if it's
yeah.
all fabricated evidence, I feel like he would have said that in the beginning. It was like, hey, this is not true. I did none of this. And when it all broke, he just shut up and walked away.
But then,
I mean,
I'm
he
saying,
did
is that
just
going to
like
be
Diddy. He
enough?
kind of shut up and just like took care of it. And
Well, but Diddy, there's videos, so
dude.
even if you aren't following, my Instagram is just full of like the Diddler dressed up like the Riddler from. I think I saw Dwayne the Dribbler. John, like it had P Diddy on the Rock's body, full just baby, like.
Oh,
So you tell us
okay.
what did he do? What did he do?
What did he do?
Or what is he getting accused? Yeah.
WDD.
What did-
WDDD? What did Diddy do?
What did he do? What did he do?
I mean, we'll see. Everybody. I mean,
or what
everybody
didn't
came
he
out
do?
with. There was the whole Cassidy thing, or not Cassidy. Cassie lawsuit, where the video came out after the fact, where he was beating her in the hotel lobby and all that stuff.
Right.
Apparently, what happened with that is the DA, like, they filed that suit. He settled like super quick with that. So all that is like in the court, filed in the court. And so apparently the DA picked a bunch of that stuff up, went to her, and was like, hey, because whatever, I guess, whatever settlement that they made, that's fine. She can't publicly talk about it, but she can't withhold anything and not say anything to law enforcement.
Right.
So law enforcement came to her and be like, wait, this motherfucker tried to blow up your boyfriend's car. He beat you at a hotel lobby and then paid the hotel to take away evidence. They're like, give us all the shit that you had that you were going to sue him with. And then they used all that to find more evidence, get the search warrant, raid his fucking houses. Apparently he had hidden cameras everywhere and stuff like that. They came out in Discovery. They found
Johnson & Johnson.
1,000 bottles of like lube and stuff like that. I say, here's the thing. His lawyer fucked up and he had the lamest excuse possible because he said, oh, well, Diddy just likes to buy in bulk. And, like in Costco sells and then Costco sells this, that, and the other. And Costco came out immediately like, we don't sell that lube. Diddy ain't buying that from us.
That ain't ours.
If I'm his
doesn't
lawyer,
have the Kirkland name on it.
If I'm his lawyer, I have a way better lie than that. I'm coming in and be like, everybody knows how Diddy likes to party, and Diddy likes to have slip and slides at some of his pool parties. And so instead of doing a whole bunch of soap and water, we throw lube and water down because it's just way easier. And boom, and you have the slipperiest slip and slide ever.
Yeah,
That's how you explain 1,000 bottles of loop.
But there was other videos though, right? Of like,
I'm just saying that's how you explain the loop. Diddy likes himself some slip and slides. That's why we use loop. He had the second longest slip and slide in the world. Can't say the longest just because Guinness didn't verify it. So you can get away with saying second longest slip and slide because nobody's going to verify the second longest. And so he needed all that loop for one of his big white parties where he had a ton of slip and slides. He had like a 50-foot slip and slide that he fucking lubed up. There you go. That's easy explanation. Who the fuck is going to argue against that? And everybody knows about a Diddy party. And if you think about it, all the people that have gone to Diddy parties, nobody's really talked about what was happening at the Diddy parties.
I wonder why.
You know, everybody's like, oh yeah, we're going to this white party, we're going to this party. And then all those people who you heard talk about his party, going to his parties in the past, nobody has ever talked about what happened at those parties.
Because they didn't want to die. They didn't want their, like, I couldn't even imagine some of the threats. Now, if you fucking tell anybody.
Well, I mean, look at all the people Diddy has worked with.
It's going to get you.
So many people Diddy has worked with has either ended up broke or dead.
Yeah.
Like everybody he fucking works with.
Or ain't said a fucking thing.
Yeah. And like I said, they're all still broke and dead. Broke or dead. One of the two. Like fucking Craig Mack, the dude he built the fucking label off of with his first hit and stuff like that for Bad Boy. Motherfucker ended up with no money and fucking like broke as shit, like with nothing. And I think died with nothing to his name.
You think Oprah's next?
I'm saying she's got a lot of pictures with a lot of people.
I mean, she hit the fucking Mount Rushmore of them because she was with Epstein.
She hit the monster bingo.
Man, I hope it's not.
She filled up the entire board because she's got every single one of them.
And then I saw one. I don't know what original sign Tom Hanks was holding up, but it said, I think somebody had edited it to say it was like, I'm not affiliated with any of these or something like that. So,
oh man, I'm just saying, man, they're taking down all our old heroes, man. All the people that we fucking love, they're just slowly turning into monsters.
Not mine. I'm, that's.
Tell him, Tom Hanks is next. We talked about this in the past. Like, who would you be most devastated to find out is a monster? They're gonna go after. You need. So I mean. Everybody kind of didn't really like McMahon, so I don't know if we're going to count him. But you need somebody everybody looked at, and it's going to be Tom Hanks. He's going to take a fall. It's going to come out that he has been keeping, I don't know, let's say he's been beating dogs in his basement for like the last 10 years.
Because he does have the one son that's
Chet Hanks.
That was the White Boy Summer, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now the other son. Good actor.
He's okay.
Yeah. What do you mean okay? He motherfucker played. What did he?
Yeah, exactly. What did he play?
He's been in a number of movies that I've liked.
Right, but he's not his dad. Like he's not even close.
True. I mean, I didn't say he was. I didn't say
you said he was good. You said he was good. He's good.
Hold on. I said good. There's a difference between good and great. Dad's great. Son's good.
Yeah, he's good. I'm like he's good.
Yeah,
but he's not like.
If I see him in a movie, I'll be like, I'll check it out.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, because I remembered him in that one Orange County High, I think, was one of his first movies.
With Jack Black.
Yeah.
Yes, he was trying to get in like Stanford or something like that.
And then he was in he had that role in Band of Brothers. He was the kid coming out of
was he in Band of Brothers?
He was like right at the end of it. He comes in as like a replacement officer or something.
Yeah, they were already in Germany.
Yeah, and he's like doing all the proper shit and everybody's like, sit the fuck down.
Yeah. See, like I told you, man, he's been in a lot of good stuff. Like, but he's just not he hasn't had the hits like his dad did.
Right.
His dad had, but here's the thing, Tom Hanks didn't have hits till he was like deep into his 30s or 40s, I think. Right?
I don't think so.
Did he have hits like early in his career?
I mean, he did.
He did have Philadelphia in the early 90s.
And then
I forgot about that.
Well, I mean, even back then, didn't he do, was it Big? or something like that.
Fuck, yes, I forgot about
He
Big.
had those movies in the 80s, but then, like, I mean, when he did Forrest Gump, like, he could have
Gump blew him up.
done nothing else after that, and we'd been like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump blew him up, then Castaway blew him up.
Castaway, well, I mean, he was already,
Well, I mean,
but Castaway was a big one.
Forrest Gump and Castaway are like, I think were the two big ones that really just shot him.
Yeah.
Shot Tom Hanks up there.
Road to
Perdition.
Polar Express.
Road to Perdition. Wasn't that the one where he was that hitman?
Yeah, he was
Oh,
like
that
the
was good.
hitman for the mob or
Yeah, to
some
dragging
people.
his son around while he's killing motherfuckers.
Stay in the car.
Yeah,
What are
you're gonna
you
hear a
doing?
lot of loud noises. Don't move.
I'm not like your mother. It's not those kind of noises. Well, I guess we tested our shit out. We can.
Yeah, I think this would.
So we're gonna be bringing some shit. We've got some ideas. I don't know how to phrase it. I'm trying to think. Like, one of the things we talked about is doing. We're gonna do black and white food taste tests.
Okay. Oh yeah, there were a few. Dude, I have saved a few. Dude, I that'll give me a reason to. I have a folder in my Instagram that just says recipes,
and
like
we're
some
not.
shit in there.
It's not gonna be like, oh, let me take notes. No, this is shit that y'all are not gonna want to eat.
Oh, okay. See, I've got.
And we're gonna eat it.
I've got some Hennessy donut recipe.
Fuck yeah.
in my Instagram save, I was like, just give me a reason to want to make that.
Yeah, we'll do it. I got one. I'm gonna have to do. Anyway, we're bringing that to y'all. We're gonna go watch the Cowboys. Probably get their ass beat.
God,
but
yes. Yeah, let's go.
Anyway.
Let's go torture ourselves.
So yeah, tune in soon because we're gonna be back more regular.
Go Cowboys.
Yeah.